So I'm teaching my kid how to cook and we're learning to do pancakes. And he says, how do I know when it's time to flip it over? So I tell him, look for the edges, and when they turn matte and when the bubbles start popping up, that's when it's time to flip it over. And then later, we're cooking grilled cheese. And he says, how do I know when to flip it? And I say, well, look at the butter on top of the grilled cheese. And once it starts to melt, that's when you know it's time to flip it. And then we start cooking fried eggs. And he goes, Mom, how do I know when to cook it? And it's like, okay, listen, we've been frying things for a while. You should know when to cook things. Except that I was teaching him on a case-by-case basis rather than teaching him an overarching principle. And this is the idea behind the fried egg principle. When we are teaching somebody how to do a task, instead of giving them very episodic circumstantial instructions, we want to give them an overarching principle that they then need to apply to all situations. For example, I could say, when you're frying things, you need to look for indicators that the underneath has been adequately cooked so that it's ready to be flipped over, it's not going to still be stuck to the pan. And then what I'm doing is inviting my kid to notice, is inviting him to see those signs that I had pointed out to him before for himself. And then when he encounters an egg, he's going to use that same principle to look for those signs that give him the clues that it's time to turn.
Good that is. Pancakes